Hmm. All right, so we have to investigate the corner store. Did the paintings get weirder? I guess not. They seem to be mostly the same. Oh, I like the score for this game. Ooh, I will listen to this outside of the context of this game. Oh, yeah, we're in a completely different looking area, I think. That is not good. Nope. Oh. Okay. Where did this one go? Oh god, aiming with controller is hard. I'm very bad at this. There's like no aim assist. All right. I would say this would be a mouse game, but as you can see, it's not capturing my cursor unless I hold down the button, which is a little weird. I wonder why that is. Let's see if I can fiddle with the settings real quick. All right, I think I fixed it. Camera control might be a little weird. Might look a little bit less smooth. The game allows me to move back and forth between controller and keyboard, so I don't mind actually moving between them if I have to. Wow, wowzer.
I can't go that way.
Yeah, so she can't move over here. Huh. Hmm.
This can't be.
What is she just responding to? Just the area changing, I guess? Items can be thrown at enemies to distract them. Tap Q to quickly throw the item, hold Q to aim. Okay. Yep. Was there an enemy around that I just missed or something? Oh, I'm full on drinks. This is giving me controller UI. Control, opportunity, Q, consume, G. There we go. Okay, so I got my health back. All right. Pergy says, why do I feel like sound is going to be factored into the gameplay?
I can't go that way.
It seems like it will be. Seems like it's going to be an actual portion of how things are, like how combat is designed. Let's look around. Pistol bullets. All right, so we're making we're basically able to recoup everything that we just lost because my aim is bad on controller. Interesting. Ooh, a pipe.
Now what's this?
Oh, great. Okay, so... Oh, but weapons can break. Okay, I see and understand. Oh, okay. So items you don't pick up, they literally are just immediately usable. Like throwables are just you use them or you lose them. I bet there's an achievement for like getting through the game without without attacking anything.
I need the key.
All right. Hatchet, okay. Okay, I'll take the hatchet for now.
I can't go that way.
Because it's less damage than the pipe. Ooh. Oh, that's where I came out. Okay, we did a little circle. This is interesting. This feels interesting. I think that this is also, despite working with a controller, like a surprisingly PC first game. The game feels much better like this. Oh boy. All right. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, well, look at these goofy guys. Okay. This is intriguing. This is very intriguing. All right, let's go into the Johnny the Conqueror. Ooh.
Emily? Is that you?
Baptiste?
How'd you get here?
I was back at Derceto. Looking for my Uncle Jeremy?
Jeremy's your uncle. I didn't know.
Why would you? You're still working at Derceto?
Yeah, both me and Lottie stuck around. We're real orderlies now. You remember my sister Lottie, don't you?
What happened, Baptiste? How are we here?
You know about the dark man haunting your uncle?
I'm familiar with his mental state.
I think we all in his head somehow. Because these streets are real, but they're not like on any map. Nah, this is like when you remember something, but in the wrong way.
Do you know how to get back to Derceto? I'm not safe here.
Truer words have yet been spoken, Mrs. Marcus.
Don't call me that. It's Miss Emily Hartwood. There's no reason to call me anything else.
I'm sorry, Miss Emily. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. This place ain't safe for no one. There's evil hiding in the dark.
How do I get back?
Only Jeremy knows how. He has this juju necklace guiding him.
You mean this talisman?
Mm-hmm. Just like it. He says it's been protecting him ever since he got it from Miss Jackson down the street.
You know where it came from? Have you been there?
I was there no more than 1 hour ago looking for Jeremy. Locked it up to keep the ghouls from getting inside. You can have the key if you want.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Stay safe, miss.
I like how capable she is, and how she just deals with things like one at a time. It's very Saga-like. Baptiste keys. There are 3 keys on the chain, one that opens up Miss Jackson's place in French Quarter. There are 2 belonging to Dorsetto, and 1 for the clerk's office and 1 for the library. Okay. Preserved reptile. Yeah, it's part of the goat without horns. Saw that earlier. 2 pistol bullets. Raise that up. Grab that. 1 pistol bullet. That's okay. I like this a lot. This is interesting. There's Baptiste again.
Are you staying here?
For a while. Want to see if Jeremy shows up.
This game does have some very Evil Within vibes. Huh. Tab zooms me in. That will reload. I have to like figure out what the controls are on mouse and keyboard. There we go. How do I get to my map? There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Map is no use here. Okay, well, I tried. But yeah, this game, despite being built for controller very obviously, like with the UI, it feels a little bit better to play on PC. Oh, fuck that thing. What is that?
My weapon broke.
I could probably go grab the other one, but okay, so there were items or things that were, here's my pipe, pick that back up. So the map doesn't work in all places, but so we're gonna have to swap between using the map in the area that we're familiar with in the real world and then not using the map in whatever this place is. Okay. Sneak around, see if that thing doesn't notice us. Oh, okay, come on. There you go. All right. I am very low on ammo and supplies. Okay. All right, we killed it. All right, we're gonna need to be a little bit conservative with ammo and stuff. Raph says, you think this is like an RE2 remake in the sense you play 2 characters to get the full story? I think so. That's pretty much what the first game was. Ah! Oh boy, this is rough. Out of my way. Okay, I'm getting stuck. Oh no, I've been stun locked. There we go. Oh. That was fire.
I'm out of bullets.
Ooh. Alright, so I got a juju, whatever that is. Oh, I can dodge! That's what I was doing. Okay. No, don't. I don't want you in there yet. I want that.
This must be Miss Jackson's place. It looks exactly like Jeremy's talisman.
Alright, so knowing now that I can dodge, things should be a little bit easier. An old talisman shaped over centuries. The engraving of the numbers looks to be less than 100 years old, but the base could be from antiquity. The polished black sunstone in the middle has a glass finish and occasionally gives the impression of hiding a picture within itself.
I think it's meant to hold the talisman. I'm not sure what numbers I should use. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
Yeah, so the numbers are 358, but I'm going to investigate around here first. We need a key for that. This is beautiful. This is a really good looking game. The people look a little strange, but like in terms of environments and stuff, it's all very moody. All right, investigation. Where's Jeremy's notes? Here we go. And now tab to view. Okay, so the one closest to the disk is 853. So it will be 8, right? Oh, I see. Okay. Hold on, I need to use my brain. Disc on the right side. 3, 5, 8. I wish I could like have this on screen while I am doing this. But that's fine. So it's like this. Oh, there are arrows. Okay. There's an arrow on the bottom. So 3. And where's the arrow? 5. 8.
What's that picture in the glass? Where is that?
It's right here. Duh. But how do I interact with that? Was that all I needed to do?
Good to see you again, Miss Hartwood. Mrs. Thompson told me you were here. She also alerted me that you brought a detective with you. I'm very curious to hear what this is all about. You don't remember me, do you, Miss Hartwood? We met at your family's house in the Garden District, when your uncle was about to be admitted under my care.
No, I remember. Sorry. I'm not really feeling well.
Oh, well, in that case, have a seat. Let me make you a drink. I don't seem to have made much of an impression on you. On the other hand, I can vividly recall you and your parents.
Because of our cheerful disposition, I'm sure.
You are far too intelligent to think that. You come from a joyless family, Miss Hartwood. The only amusement I took from my visit was discovering that the young lady's drink was an old-fashioned.
Very astute. Is that supposed to make you seem attentive or intelligent?
Whatever you prefer.
What an ass.
Are you ready to tell me why you are here, Miss Hartwood? And why you brought a detective?
I received a letter from my uncle. He seems certain that he was in danger here. If I find out you're treating him badly, I'll be taking him back with me to New Orleans.
Really? Is he going to live with you in your tiny garçonniere? That would be a spectacular way to ratify your spinsterhood. Because you are well aware that your father would never let him back in his house. No, I have it. Maybe you can bring him back up north. You've been wanting to move back for quite a few years, haven't you? You always preferred your mother's side of the family. Jeremy is free to leave with you. I won't object. However, there is one problem, as you might have learned. He is, in fact, missing.
Do you know where he could have gone?
No, I'm afraid I don't. I have my staff looking for him. I'm sure he will show up eventually, especially if he learns that you are here. He is quite fond of you.
What can you tell me about his condition? I never heard a proper diagnosis. What is your medical opinion of him?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man, depressed, even. He suffers from a perceived lack of order in his inner and outer life. He constantly complains about events not presenting themselves according to their divine nature.
And the Dark Man?
Hard to tell if it was ever anything specific. Jeremy uses the Dark Man as a psychological scapegoat to avoid facing the truth that he is in any way at fault.
You don't think there can be any truth to the Dark Man's supernatural existence?
Why would you ask that?
Can we ever be sure?
If the Dark Man is some sort of evil presence that is in possession of Jeremy?
Well,
I assure you, any evidence that you experience supporting that claim is purely delusional. Don't get caught up in mass hysteria, Miss Hartwood. You wouldn't want to take your uncle's place in this hospital, would you?
I'll be leaving now, Doctor. I need to keep looking for my uncle.
Do so, Miss Hartwood. I'll let you know if he shows up.
Huh. So this is extremely psychedelic already. I have no idea what's happening right now. Why do all these people know so much about her family other than Jeremy?
Detective Carnby! God, I'm glad to see you. I was afraid you had left.
Me? You're the one who just disappeared.
It's hard to explain. I think I blacked out. It was like I went somewhere else.
It's okay, miss. You're clearly upset.
No, I don't know what's happening.
This is a very stressful situation for you, I understand.
Ugh, no, you don't understand.
Just take a deep breath. Why don't you sit down, smoke some of the Perique? If you want, I could even drive you back to New Orleans. I just want to have a talk with Dr. Gray first.
I want to stay. I found a talisman just like the one in the painting. I think I might be able to figure out where Tarawea is, where Jeremy wanted to go.
That's great. Just stay out of trouble, okay? Let me handle the investigation.
I'm not crazy, Detective. Not yet.
Okay, catch you later.
This is wild. He says, I'm already curious if it's going to be some Shutter Island thing where she's a patient and this is some way of trying to help her.
If a talisman like this can open up doors between the French Quarter and Dorsetto, then maybe Jeremy is hiding in some strange other world. Like Tarawea, the place he mentioned in the book. No matter where he is, it's clear that my search won't be limited to Dorsetto.
Interesting. Don't know if I needed that exposition just outright stated, but that's fine, Emily. Okay, fascinating. Huh. What an interesting everything that just happened. So, Tarawea obviously, the other side. And there seems to be some sort of dreamlands shifting happening between here and the French Quarter, or whatever version of the French Quarter has been shifted over to this place. And Jeremy, I guess here, has been making doors of some kind, unintentionally. Repairing the boiler.
Saw your notice in the boiler room. You should know Mr. Chance won't be coming back. I got no business being in there myself, but you can take a valve from the wine cellar if you want to try to stop the steam pouring out. Be careful.
So, actually, this also makes the mention in the journal about the boiler make sense. The boiler led somewhere.
Dr. Elmore Lee Gray is Desetto's chief doctor. Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, Paul Waits. Magdalena Thompson, or Mags, is responsible for the household. Jean-Baptiste and Charlotte Tabois are responsible for keeping the guests' medical regimens in check. Finally, Jack Chance is our gardener, who can occasionally be seen in the conservatory, but is for the most part busy outside. There are currently 6 guests at Desetto. Malcolm McCarthy and Ruth Tallant reside on the first floor. Jeremy Hartwood, Elisabetta Perosi, Grace Saunders, and of course Cassandra Beauregard live on the second floor.
Room key number 6. That will lead us to Perosi's room. And Perosi died, I think. That's what we learned. Rorschach. Okay.
Cassandra Beauregard, the beloved author. Very exciting, isn't it? What do you want to put down for reason for admission?
What her agent told us. Cassandra suffers from writer's block and needs to finish her moving picture script before the end of June. Mr. Chardot suggests Cassandra's heavy use of barbiturates is holding her back and risks ruining her career.
And how should we summarize her personal history?
Let's keep it short. Cassandra Beauregard is a beloved crime author who managed to pull herself out of poverty and into stardom. 5 years ago, she tried killing herself by jumping off a balcony. The incident left her a cripple, and now relies heavily on her wheelchair.
And for diagnostic impressions?
Cassandra suffers chronic back pain following her suicide attempt. She self-administers morphine to keep herself ambulant, but has become addicted, and the desired effect is now lost. The drug abuse clouds her mind, and she is unable to focus on real life. To save herself from this insight, she instead makes up stories to fill out the gaps in her own thought process, resembling the Korsakoff syndrome.
Oh, bravo, Doctor. How will you treat her?
First of all, she needs to be weaned from her drug addiction, and hopefully it will resolve her compulsive lying. Then look into permanently numbing her pain in her back through surgery. Finally, deal with her suicidal thoughts.
Fantastic. With such a short time before June, I really hope she gets better soon.
We will do what we can.
This is fantastic presentation. The fact that it doesn't just read off the notes is so cool. I can't think of any other game with like text logs like this that does this. This is actually sick. That is a really cool innovation.
Grace Saunders, 11 years old. Reason for admission?
The mother insists on strict supervision by a proper gentleman to avoid further perversion of Grace's adolescence.
Personal history?
Grace's family possesses modest wealth and status. Her childhood seems ordinary, spending most of her time with private teachers and family friends. Grace's father recently passed away, leaving her mother the sole caregiver.
And diagnostic impressions?
Grace has trouble dealing with her father's death. She is willingly suppressing her feelings on the matter and isn't properly acknowledging the trauma she suffered.
Any planned treatment?
Grace needs nothing out of the ordinary. She simply needs parental guidance. Eventually, we can work on her feelings toward her father.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll finish the paperwork and get her installed. Malcolm McCarthy, 54 years of age. Reason for admission?
McCarthy admitted himself to Dorsetto, stating simply that he needs some damn rest.
And personal history?
McCarthy claims he used to work as a lawyer in Baton Rouge, but says he can't go into details because of some legal dispute. His background remains largely a mystery, except for the occasional clue that he drops in conversation.
Huh. And diagnostic impressions?
McCarthy is an anxious man and an alcoholic. He often tells half-truths due to some deep-seated inability to trust other people.
And how will you treat that?
McCarthy will take some time to open up. Spending time with Jack's dog or the child should be good for him. Their harmless nature will help build his sense of trust.
Thank you, Doctor. Elisabetta Perosi, 33 years old? What should I put down as reason for admission?
Well, Perosi broke into Dorsetto and was found wandering the grand parlor. She was confused and suffered partial amnesia. She insisted she belonged here and offered to pay for her stay.
Right. What do you make of her story?
Perosi claimed...
Interesting. It's all the patient files except for Jeremy's.
It does not appear, in response to Pet Word, that the things keep playing when you're tabbed out, but...
Elisabetta Perosi,
that's fine.
33 years old? What should I put down as reason for admission?
Well, Perosi broke into Dorsetto and was found wandering the grand parlor. She was confused and suffered partial amnesia. She insisted she belonged here and offered to pay for her stay.
Right. What do you make of her story?
Perosi claims to have been a member of the Astarte artist colony some 20 years ago, a claim that seems contrafactual due to her young age. She looks to be and even thinks she is 33 years of age. That would make her a child at the time. It seems fair to say that Perosi's story is untrue, deliberately so or not.
Diagnostic impressions? Do you have anything?
Perosi's story is peculiar because she retracted her story about the artist colony. She no longer claims to be the same person as Elisabetta Perosi. However, my staff's research has confirmed there was a Perosi at that time who was in her early 30s.
I suppose this case will take some time to investigate. How will you go about it?
I wanted to contact the real Perosi, but it seems the whole colony disappeared one night. September 29th, 1915, during a hurricane. I will have to take it slow and figure out what this spell of impersonation could have been.
Oh, I'm sure it will all clear up eventually. Thank you, Doctor.
Thomas says they're a little baffled that Alone in the Dark got a remake, but this looks neat. I'm really not that surprised it got a remake. It's one of the most important survival horror games of all time, and it's still locked on old systems. So old systems, it's a DOS game, but still doesn't really run well on modern hardware. Unfortunately, there's major issues with running it in DOSBox, if I remember correctly. All right.
Ruth Talon, 29 years of age. Reason for admission?
Ruth's father wishes that his daughter be removed from New Orleans nightlife for the foreseeable future. He fears that her overly free spirit is tarnishing the family's reputation.
Sounds simple enough. Personal history?
Ruth comes from considerable wealth. Her family owns several hotels and restaurants. Unlike the rest of the family, her sense of adventure has taken her around the world, including France during the Great War as a photojournalist. The last decade, she has provoked many rumors of being a debauched flapper, bordering on nymphomania.
And diagnostic impressions?
Despite her father's frivolous reasons for her to be admitted, Ruth does seem to provide an interesting case. She is refreshingly open and doesn't shy away from talking about her life during the war or her continuous celebration after returning to the States. She is admittedly a sexual deviant and feels no remorse.
And her treatment plan?
Simply staying at Derceto should do wonders for Ruth. If not, at least for her family's reputation. Ruth doesn't need to change, but with therapy I might be able to share with her some sympathy towards her family. I doubt she will settle down and become as dull as the rest of them, but at least she might try to be more discreet in the future.
Okay.
Looks sturdy. Doubt I'll be opening this.
I was wondering if there was an audio cue that I could listen for to get the code right, but it does not appear that that is the case.
Paul, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did it. They have something to do with Jeremy's episodes and how he seems to disappear at night. Right now, it's important that you keep an eye out for any of the pieces. I want to find out if I can repair the plates. Let me know if you find any of them. Lottie.
Tell Lottie to take a look at the well in the kitchen garden.
I will do that. Gamer says you can play original Alone in the Dark on Internet Archive in a browser. Yes, you can. The emulation is a little bit wonky. It's also really hard to capture audio from that. I believe it's preferable to try and run the 3DO version if you can, because the emulation is better. But I never really got that set up, so I should have put it up before. Damn it. All right, I do have the library key, so we will be going into the library here shortly. But let's investigate outside again real quick. God damn it, I can't get out that way. Oh my god, I can't. The door was locked behind me. No way. Ah, bummer. Alright, so getting back to the garden is gonna take some effort, I think. Unless it's right through here.
I need the key.
Okay.
Despite making a fool of herself in front of Dr. Gray and Detective Conby, Emily felt surprisingly invigorated. She felt absolutely sure that it was her manipulation of the talisman that had brought her back to Derceto. Jeremy mentioned 2 items in his commonplace book that somehow connected him to 2 more dreams, or whatever they should be called. If Jeremy had 2 more worlds open to him, then maybe he would hide there if he was scared. Or maybe he found a way to Tarawea, the place Jeremy so desperately wanted to visit. Excited to follow up on her clues, Emily set out to find the old clock and the boiler.
1, I really like that. 2, I'm pretty sure it's being written by the patient that is a writer. Because remember, the patient file said that she like made stories up about this place. So maybe she's not actually making up stories. Maybe she's writing what's happening. All right, let's I'm gonna go back.
It's wet shut.
And we'll try to get into these rooms, I guess, and see what's going on here. That's private, no entry. It's probably a door that doesn't open on this side. That's my guess. We do have a library key. We will be going in the library shortly. Oh, man, I should have moved that ladder. I should have noticed that there.
I need the key.
Okay, can't go there. So what are my things again? Astronomical clock, Derceto's boiler. We know where that is. And then we need to investigate Perosi. There's the clock. This is Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil 1. Oh, it has cool inverse kinematics. She'll actually hold the railing. Did you just see that? That was neat. I don't know if I'll be able to get her to do it again, but it was cool. That was really neat. That was a nice little touch. I just don't have the fine control needed on keyboard to get her to do it again, but she put her hand up on the railing. I love it when games do that.
What's that stain? Looks like some kind of rot. This must be the clock mentioned in the commonplace book. This looks like the thing that held the talisman in the French Quarter, but it's broken and missing some pieces.
Okay.
Jeremy's room.
Yes, this was
All
his
back to
room.
normal.
All back to normal. Emily is here.
Emily's here.
Ah, the lady, the little girl, Grace drew that. Has she been stealing crayons? Oh man, the music in this game is great. Amazing stories. H.G. Wells, Jules Verne, Edgar Allan Poe. Boxing. It's over. This music is so my jam. This is the kind of stuff I listen to regularly. H.P. Lovecraft, Weird Tales. Fountain Pen. Lost Children, yeah. The Devil Plant. Is there nothing in there for me? Guess not. This is an interesting... This is a slower burn than I was expecting. Like, this is a bona fide puzzle game. Here we go. What is this? Can't go in there yet. Okay.
What a strange but beautiful room.
This is a beautiful room.
Are these zodiac signs?
Yes, they are. And where is it? Oh god, am I gonna need to do them in a different order? Leo. So it was Gemini, right? Virgo. Where is it? I don't see it. I don't see the one I thought. See here? So Virgo, right? Or is that Scorpio? I don't remember what this one is. So Gemini, whatever this one is. Pisces. But I don't see that one anywhere.
Will I need to remember how to get them out again? They are locked up for good reason. I am sure she is still able to whisper the answer in the ears of the wrong people. But not for long. I will see her burned soon enough. That black goat will be sacrificed to put an end to it all. Then it will all be over. No more Derceto, and sadly, no Astarte. Those good pirates of Pontchartrain. May you still sail the lake, until you find the shores of Hali.
Aquarius, Sagittarius, Scorpio. No, Aquarius, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Okay. So that gives me a code then, at least.
The Astarte Artist Colony. I'm pretty sure they had a Mardi Gras crew called the Pirates of Pontchartrain when I was a child.
Okay. What? James McMahon.
There's some aggressive-looking rot on these paintings.
Franklin Mozig. What is this puzzle? Philippa J. Curtis. Nora Keith. I see. Wait a minute. Henrik Castle. There's numbers on them. Oh man, I have a notebook right next to me. I should be taking notes. The fact that you have to use your brain. This is crazy. I'm gonna be so bad at this. Do I need to flip over the ones that are actually from the crew? Because Franklin is one of them. Oh, only the ones with the crew's name on them are rotted. So this is what we do. It connected something, right? What did that do? I solved a puzzle, but I don't know what I solved.
I did it! I crossed the thresholds to my intended destination without a focusing device. My talisman now knows these roads, and I have no need for the plates. I can find my way to Lafayette as easy as I find my own room. I visited the grave of my father and seen the oven waiting for me. Thank you for opening these doors. I now must summon my courage and go back to that hateful mound outside the oil rig. I hope you'll be feeling better when I return. Jeremy.
Huh. Fascinating. Okay, so I solved this. I can't do any more with this. It is fully removed from my interactives. And there it is. That's gone. Cardinal asks, how is this game so far? Why are the reviews so divided? This game is great so far, and the reviews are divided. I can only assume because people have really awful taste. That's all I got, man. I don't know. This game is fantastic so far. Maybe this is the reason. Maybe this wonky reflection is the reason why the game has a bad review score. There's a screen space reflection, right? Is it? No, it's just a viewport. And I have, because my field of view is increased, it makes everything look wacky. Interesting. The Huguenot. Where is the Okay. I guess this means these are the three, right? So William, Agnes, Franklin, Mozig, Nora, Keith. So Argus, Mosig, Keith. 2, 9, 4. 2, 9, 4. Right? And if we are to go into not here. Not that one. So if this is a 1, is it 2, 9, 4? Pisces, Libra, Taurus? I think those are all on here. Pisces, Libra. Guys, I'm a fucking genius. I'm so goddamn smart. God, I'm so good. What a madman. God, I'm good. I'm so good. A piece of a larger decorative plate has a dark and burnt quality. All right. Hell yeah. Cardinal says, one of the negative reviews I read seemed like the person went into the game expecting it to be RE4 Remake. Yeah, I do think that a lot of people are expecting this game to be Resident Evil 4 or 2 Remake because it's like an over-the-shoulder, high-fidelity remake. This game is an old-school PS2 era survival horror game. This shit slaps. This is a cool-ass video game. I am into this so far. Maybe it gets significantly worse as it goes on. I don't know, but so far, this is awesome. This is a awesome video game. I am so impressed. Man.